I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week and a beautiful, beautiful Shavuos. Baruch Hashem, Shavuos in Yeshiva was fantastic. We had our annual Hasmada B'Li program where the guys basically learned all night, 5 to 6 hours B'Li Batala. They were allowed 5-minute breaks if they wanted. And it was incredible. And then that kind of energy spilled over into our second day of Yontif, where a number of guys, a good number of the guys who were holding 2 days, they also stayed up all night. Once again, there were some guys who, after lunch on day number 1, managed to put in 12, 13, 14 hours of learning on just the end of the first day and the second day. It's a really tremendous way to end the year. And then we had the schus of having our annual banquet on Yontif Sheni, into the night, the roof, and all of that. It was a great way to end the year. Baruch Hashem, we are in the middle of Ben Azmanim and kind of preparing for next year, and the year moves on. So I wanted to share a thought. Again, Chutz La'aretz is holding by Naso, Eretz Yisrael are holding by Beha'alotcha, but a theme that I think is relevant. We in Parshas Naso, we count the camp. The camp is being organized, and the Siyim bring their karbanos, and then we move into Parshas Beha'alotcha, where once again we are, Klal Yisrael is on the move. And we're being told over and over and over again, Al Pi Hashem Yachanu, Al Pi Hashem Yisau, that Bnei Yisrael is about to traverse the Midbar and move into Eretz Yisrael. This is before the Meraglim, before we're destined to 40 years in Midbar. We are marching very quickly into Eretz Yisrael. So a very, very beautiful Gemara, striking Gemara in Maseches Shabbos Daf Lamed Aleph and Beis. The Gemara here is dealing with the Malach of Soter. Soter means to destroy a building, and destroying a building, which is one of the 39 malachos, shouldn't be a malacha because by its very nature it's destructive. So the Mishnah tells us that the only way Chayv Mishum Soter is if it's Soter Almanas Livnos. It has to be Soter in order to rebuild. In other words, it has to be a productive malacha where you're not merely destroying for destroying's sake, but you're destroying in order to build a structure that is even better. So in this context, the Gemara says, quotes the view of Rav Yossi. And Rav Yossi says, Soter Almanas Livnos, Bimkomo Have Soter. He adds another concept. It's not enough just Soter Almanas Livnos, you're going to destroy in order to use those materials to build something else. That's constructive. No, it has to be Soter Almanas Livnos Bimkom. It has to be building right over here. You're clearing out this area to build a structure that's perhaps better than the structure that was just destroyed. So Almanas Livnos Bimkom have a Soter Almanas Livnos Shelo Bimkom, but you're going to use the materials and build somewhere else. That is not called the Malacha of Soter. That's Rav Yossi's position. The Gemara asks, Samalei Rava, Michti Kol Malachos Yalfinu Mishkan. Where do we learn all the Malachos from? We learn them from the Mishkan, and in the Mishkan they disassembled the Mishkan and reassembled it in other places. So it was Soter Almanas Livnos, but it wasn't Soter Almanas Livnos Bimkomo. V'hasam Soter Almanas Livnos Shelo Bimkomohu. So that's the question that Rabba asks on Rav Yossi. So the Gemara answers a very cryptic answer. Amar Le Shani Hasam. It's different over there. Kevon Dichsiv Al Pi Hashem Yachanu Al Pi Hashem Yisau. Since Bnei Yisrael's travels were all Al Pi Hashem, it was all done when Hashem said to move, they moved. When Hashem said to camp, they camped. Sometimes they stayed in a given place for a very long time. Sometimes it was a matter of days. It was all Al Pi Hashem Yachnu Al Pi Hashem Yisau Kisoter Almanas Livnos Bimkomo Dami. It's all considered to be Soter Almanas Livnos Bimkomo, because it was all on the commandment of Hashem. It wasn't based on what I want, but what Hashem wanted. So that's called Soter Almanas Livnos Bimkomo. Very interesting and strange Gemara. What exactly is the pshat? After all, bottom line is, we are moving from place to place. Why is it that just because we're moving al tzivui Hashem, it's considered to be building in the same place? It's not. It's not the same place. So Rav Chaim Shmulevitz has an unbelievable idea, beautiful idea, and he gives a mashal. This mashal is of a mother who is carrying her baby. And the mother is carrying her baby, and let's say the mother is going to bring her baby to the babysitter, bring the baby to Gan, bring the baby shopping, bring the baby to work, whatever the case may be. But the mother is carrying the baby from place to place to place. So the question is the baby moving? Is the baby being transported? So on the one hand, sure. When you look at it, yes, the baby went to Gan, the baby went to the store, the baby went to work, the baby went to all of those places. But every step of the way, the baby was being cradled in her mother's arms. So sure, the baby was moving kind of as you look at a map, but from the baby's perspective, in the mother's arms, yeah, the mother was moving, but the baby wasn't moving at all. Says Rav Chaim Shmulevitz, perhaps that's the pshat in the Gemara. Sure, Klal Yisrael was rebuilding the Mishkan from place to place to place. But since it was Al Pi Hashem Yachanu Al Pi Hashem Yisrael, since wherever they moved the Mishkan, the Eish was there at night, the Anan was there by day, they were always in the cradling embrace of the Ribono Shalom. So on the one hand, yeah, if you look at the map, so sure they were moving. But from the perspective of Klal Yisrael, in the warm embrace of Hashem, so it was Soter Almanas Livnos Bimkomo, they were always in the same place. What a beautiful, beautiful idea. This is an idea that this year I didn't share with the boys, but I usually do. As we leave Yeshiva, as we close another year, we're closing the year Tafshin Ayin Tes. So the boys moving on. Boys are going for the summer, some are going to college, some are coming back, but the message is the same. And the message is, if you're always traveling, Al Pi Hashem Yachanu Al Pi Hashem Yisrael, wherever your travels bring you, it's always movement that is Al Pi Hashem. So you never really leave Yeshiva. Because after all, Yeshiva is not a place, it's an attitude. And if a person always carries that Ben Torah type of approach, so then he's never really leaving the hallowed halls of the Beis Medrash of the Yeshiva. That, I believe, is the message Rav Chaim Shmulevitz is trying to impart. A beautiful, beautiful idea. And I want to wish everyone a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos.